Welcome to Baltimore's Inner Harbor. 70,000 plus have filled M&T Bank Stadium since 1998, the home of the Ravens. Johnson now to return. A good return as he takes it across the 30. So they come to the line for first down and 10. Tillman, the man in motion. From the shotgun, they'll throw to get this one started. That's complete. It's Cedric Tillman. That's a nice pickup on a first down throw. It's a gain of 8. They'll come to the line now on 2nd and 2. They'll run. This is Jerome Ford. And he's going to have a Browns first down. Good running. Gets him to about the 44.
Second down at these distances, Mike, you pretty much anticipate a pass, and I think that's what the defense was lined up thinking. In this case, they leave a little too much room on the ground, and the offense is able to pick up a first down.
On 1st and 10, they'll set up to throw. And he'll be marked down at the 45-yard line.
So in regards to being used in the passing game, there's really two types of backs in this league. There's the check down back. He's able to just take the short gains and try to pick up more yards after catch. And then there's the back that can be used as a weapon. Man, when you got a guy like that in your passing game, it is a handful for defenses.
Here's Ford. There he goes, inside the 30. Strong running there. He brings this down inside the 25.
It's definitely nice to have one of those bruising, punishing backs to kind of help wear down the defense. But I'll tell you what, you can give me a flat-out electric runner like this guy any day of the week. He can turn on those jets, get in that high gear, and he is gone.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. He's got his man, the tight end, David Njoku.
Certainly not the biggest play of the day, but a good example of picking up positive yardage, staying ahead of the chains by a well-timed ball and a well-timed route.
2nd and a yard. Out of the gun, he'll throw. His throw left is complete with Judy.
One of the easiest ways to negate these really good pass rushes in the NFL, Mike, is just to simply get the ball out of the quarterback's hand as fast as possible. And sometimes it's by design, sometimes it's based on need. But really nice job there by the quarterback, getting into the hands of his receiver and then see what he can do after the catch.
That's a nice pickup, bringing it down to the 3. Here now, 2nd down and goal. Again, it'll be Ford. And he'll go down, back at the 4.
It makes sense on 2nd and goal, Mike, to keep this ball on the ground. You always have 3rd down again to finally punch it in. But now after the defense forces you backwards, I think you have to consider putting this one in the air here on 3rd and goal.
Throwing here on 3rd and goal. He's got his big tight end, David Njoku. Touchdown, Browns. A terrific way to start this one. Not only a touchdown, but a nice long march down the field. Makes it a long walk back to the bench for the defense.
Mike, that's about as good as you can imagine starting a game offensively. To be able to sustain that many plays and be able to cap it off with a touchdown, that is a dream start for this offense.
Seven 0 is our score as this kick is sent into the air. This returnable for Wallace. And they'll bring him down just shy of the 30-yard line. Set to go now on 1st and 10. In motion comes Andrews. Off the play fake, Jackson. He's got his tight end, Mark Andrews. Terrific starter there. Gain of 15 and a first down.
These were the chunk plays they thought they could get here against this pass defense. They thought the passing game favored their offense in this matchup, and I think we can expect this to be the case the rest of the game.
Now the first carry for King Henry. The hole closes quickly. He'll pick up about 3. Second and 7. From the gun, Jackson. Oh, he's going to be bottled up and taken down. They got him.
The best thing they did here, Mike, is keep their rush lane integrity. What that means is you have to rush the quarterback as a unit. Keep him in the pocket. Keep him on that X. And when you do, man, he becomes a sit and duck for this pass rush.
So, backed up after the sack, and now it's 3rd and long. A throw, left side, caught by Andrews. He's going to be brought down very close to that line to gain. They're going to mark him just a bit short, and now it's 4th down.
I think this is one of those plays that when the ball carrier watches this back in the film room tomorrow, he's going to be a little frustrated with himself. If he could just have made that one guy miss, he picks up the first down. Instead, he gets brought down short of the sticks, and now they got a 4th down decision to make.
The Browns offense ready to possess the football for the 2nd time. They lead 7-0 thanks to the touchdown on the opening drive, so try to double up here as they begin this drive 1st and 10. They bring Judy in motion. Off play action. He'll set up to throw. That's into the hands of Judy on the right side. And he's not going to be able to get away. Very good coverage on the perimeter. It goes down as a loss of yards.
The quick passing game in the NFL, Mike, is so dependent on yards after the catch. You got to generate space with the scheme, and then it's up to the receiver to do the rest. In this case, nice job defensively, because this guy couldn't even get back to the original line of scrimmage.
He'll get about 6 before he's taken down.
We tend to make NFL offense very complicated, Mike, but sometimes it's as simple as this. Get the ball into the hands of your playmakers and just let them do the rest.
3rd and 6. They'll look to throw. That's to the open man. It's Tillman. They get 15 on that game. It's a Browns 1st down.
These 3rd down conversions are just so important, Mike. Everybody stresses we want to possess the ball, give our offense as much opportunity to end as many drives as we can, scoring points. So if you want to stay on the field, you better be good on 3rd down.
Now some movement up front, and we'll hear from our referee for the first time here today. Now, faking the give. This one is complete along the sideline. A very nice job to fit that ball in. It'll be a modest gain.
The best guys I've been around, Mike, they have a sense where they can see the ball but they can feel the sideline. And that's kind of an innate sense that these guys have that allows them to concentrate and secure the catch and ensuring that both feet remain in bounds.
On the handoff, Ford. And he will get forward for about 5 yards. That sets up third down. He'll drop to throw. He's got his man complete to Johnson. Gain of 16 for the man who wears 16. And a first down.
Third downs, Mike, those are quarterback downs. Those are the downs where you tend to find yourself in a must-pass situation, and that's where the top guys in the league are still capable of overcoming it. So throw the ball downfield, be accurate with the ball. Winning on third downs, that is a recipe for success.
Now they'll set up to throw. That's caught by Ford. And he takes it down to the 15-yard line.
Well, it's been pretty clear this offense has wanted to get this running back involved in the passing game here in the first half. And with the success they've found, I expect the rest of the game to go very similar.
Line of scrimmage is the 15. It's 1st and 10. In the red zone now, he'll drop to throw. And he'll take it on in. Deontay Johnson. Touchdown, Cleveland. Greg, offensive coordinators script the start of the game. This script has read perfectly. What a great start for this offense.
It just seems like every play this offensive coordinator dials up is perfectly timed and then perfectly executed. They've been aggressive, they've been efficient right since the start of this one. And I'll tell you what, Mike, if they continue to build on this lead here early, it's going to be a long day for this defense.
Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. Justice Hill to return. And he'll be taken down right at the 29-yard line. The Ravens offense ready to take over for their second possession. They trail by 2 touchdowns, so the time is now. Got to get that rally going. It starts with 1st and 10. They'll start out on the ground with Henry. He'll move the pile forward. Let's give him a couple. Jeremiah Wusu-Koromoa in on the stop. Now after the run, we get a stoppage for an injured player. And as the medical staff looks him over, we'll step aside. Second down and 8. On the ground, this is Justice Hill. And he is fortunate to get past the line of scrimmage. Call it a yard at most. Tackle there by Michael Hall. Here's 3rd and 7. From the shotgun, here's Jackson. That's complete. It's Justice Hill out of the backfield. It'll be a pickup of 10. Good for a Raven first down.
It's so early in the game, you have to be careful now as coaches and players that you don't find yourself trailing early and get out of your game plan. There is so much time left. Stick to what you've worked on all week. There's plenty of time to chip away and see if you can make this thing close come the 4th quarter.
All run play. This is Hill. Not much to speak of on that one. Maybe a gain of a yard. It's 2nd down. In motion comes Andrews. Second down, Jackson. They go sideline, and he stays in bounds. Got the feet down in time. It's a first down. A first down on a gain of 11.
They've done a nice job spreading the ball around. Make the defense have to account for as many different weapons as possible here early. But think back to our conversation with this coaching staff, Mike. They identified this guy as someone they needed to get involved early and often, so that might be his first target. I don't think it's going to be his last.
So after one, it's the Browns with the advantage. We'll be back in Baltimore after this. They'll break the huddle. It's 2nd and 5. They'll motion over Flowers. Jackson now on 2nd down. He's going to tuck it and go. And he's going to be taken down, but not until he reaches the 20-yard line.
You know, Mike, I like everything about this play except the very end. You've already picked up good yardage. You've already picked up the first down. Now get down on the ground and protect yourself. There's no reason to take those shots.
On 1st and 10, Jackson. He'll find Hill out of the backfield. And he's close to another first down as he's brought down just shy of the marker.
Great example of first down efficiency. You don't always have to go for the big play, but put yourself in a friendly 2nd down. Now you have equal opportunity to both run and pass.
Here's 2nd and 2. They'll run here with Hill. And the Ravens are going to have a 1st and goal coming up. They try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
This is a situation that play callers love to be in, Mike. They have all their options on the table. 2nd and short, play action pass, you can run. In this case, they choose to keep it on the ground, play it safe, pick up the first down.
Hopkins sent in motion. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be 2nd down.
He's got to find a way to hold on to that one. I mean, you're right on the doorstep of the end zone. And listen, I understand that hit is coming. But guess what? That hit's coming whether you catch it or not. And you get paid to make the difficult catches. And I would classify that one as tough, but you got to make that catch. Give your team a chance to come away with this drive with some points.
Line of scrimmage, the 3. 3rd and goal. Look at under pressure, and down he goes. They got him.
Feels like they needed that sack this entire drive. It feels like the defense was really on their heels. The offense was taking it to them really however they wanted to. So to be able to take a deep breath now, disrupt the rhythm of the drive by getting that sack, that might go a long way now to allow them to get off the field.
His kick will split the uprights. It's good. And the Ravens get their first points of the game. They trail 14-3.
Yeah, he does a nice job handling that kick there, but I think offensively, you come back to the sideline and you're thinking, we have to find a way to finish these drives. I mean, to be in 1st and goal and settle for 3, that can be very deflating for an offense settling for too many field goals.
The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. Johnson now to return. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. The Browns offense getting those helmets back on, ready to head out for their next possession. They built a nice lead for themselves here. They'll try to add to that, beginning with 1st down. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Our throw here, right side, falls incomplete.
A rare miss for a quarterback that we've seen really come out on fire throughout this entire contest. I mean, his completion percentage, Mike, is well above league average, and frankly, it's really the biggest reason why they find themselves out front.
They'll run with 4. And he'll only manage to pick up 3 yards. And that leads to 3rd down. Back to throw. On throw, right side, taken by Njoku. And he's going to have the 1st down. So they convert on 3rd down with a pickup of 9.
He's in a really nice rhythm here on 3rd down. He appears very comfortable operating out of the gun, and he's able to find his man near the sideline, and he's able to extend this drive.
Throwing now on 1st and 10. He finds Judy on that one. That's a nice pickup on a 1st down throw. It's a gain of 8.
It takes a certain guy in that slot position to be willing and able to go across the middle of the defense on those in-breaking routes. You can tell this guy, he doesn't care. He is fearless going across the middle, and he's able to secure a nice catch.
The motion man is Johnson. He'll look to throw. Right back to Judy. He's got it again. And he's taken down inside the opponent's 35.
And another great throw. And I'll tell you what, Mike, so far today, this certainly does not look like a rookie quarterback. I mean, he is in complete control of this offense.
A first set of downs to work with. 1st down, 10. A run ahead. That's 4. And he's brought down after a gain of a couple. Hook him up on a 2nd down and 8. The motion man is Johnson. A shotgun snap. He'll look to throw. Whoa! And he takes it down to the 15-yard line.
The thing that jumps out to me the most is just how often they're able to throw the ball to his read in the progression. So hats off the play caller, hitting the quarterback, seeing the game through the exact same set of eyes is a lot to operate.
On 1st, they'll set up to, and he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be 2nd down.
He decides to go with this safe throw and throws it well short of the sticks. And at this level, Mike, you just can't miss layups like that.
Back to the air once more on 2nd down. And he's into the end zone. David Njoku. Touchdown, Browns. That is 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And that is number 2. Greg, he is off to some kind of start in this one. 2 quarters and 2 receiving touchdowns.
Mike, this is one of those situations where as a defensive coordinator, you've got to give your group an answer. Because right now, they don't have one for this guy.
Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. This returnable for Wallace. Oh, he's got room past the 30. And they will finally get him down, but he gets all the way close to the 40-yard line. The Ravens offense headed back to take over once more. They'll try to get this a bit more respectable before the break. It has not been their half to this point. Let's see what they do on this drive. 1st down now. They'll motion over Flowers. Here's he'll manage to get this pickup of 5. Hopkins sent in motion. They will not get this one off. It'll be a delay of game. From the gun, Jackson. And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing 3rd down.
Well defended there. The quarterback's trying to attack this defense outside the numbers. Those really wide angle throws near the sideline sometimes can be very hard to defend. So give a lot of credit to this secondary. They were all on the same page and the ball falls incomplete.
And he's got it to Flowers for the connection. First catch for him on the afternoon, and it results in a 1st down.
It's been a rough first half, but now as we approach halftime, Mike, you got to start getting some wins, and it could be something small like we just saw here. Some positive plays, build a little confidence on that sideline, so as you go into halftime, you have something to build on.
This one caught downfield by Flowers. A gain of 24 through the air. 1st down, Baltimore.
Mike, you know what we used to call those plays? No, 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 no. Because that's through the mind of the coach line when the quarterback throw that ball.
One more time with Jack throw. Left side. Catch he forward for a 9.
Not every pass has to be downfield. You can rely on the run after catch. The big body tight end. Get the ball in his hands early and let him pick up the rest after the catch.
Jackson up top again. Right back to Andrews. He's got another one. And the Ravens are looking at a 1st and goal as he's taken down at the 2-yard line.
I love the way the ball's been moving around to different guys this drive, Mike. I mean, it really keeps the defense guessing and off balance. And now this defense is going to have to figure out how to keep this offense out of the end zone because it's 1st and goal.
Off the play fake, Jackson. And he's going to be swallowed up, taken down, sacked, back at the 5.
It's just so hard to get anything going when you're just not confident running your own system. And all these early, they kill drives. The quarterback just operating out of the pit. There's no rhythm, there's no timing, and everything you planned on doing today coming in is out the window.
And he'll get 3 yards here, down to the 2-yard line.
And with that run, Mike, even though it brings up 3rd down, it still keeps this offense in what they call a 50-50 downs. It means with the down and distance provided, you can call a run or a pass, and both are equal threats. And that's what makes it so hard for these defenses to defend those situations.
Making the play, but the official's going to come short. So now it's 4th down. Play action now. Jackson. And he's going to be taken down. Could not get rid of the football. And they'll turn it over. Stop on 4th and goal. Njoku, the tight end, is the one in motion. Off the play fake. He'll look to throw. A run now on 2nd down. And he's going to be taken down as we hit the 2-minute warning here in this 1st half. 3rd and long. They bring Judy in motion. On 3rd down, here's Ford. Oh no, that is not going to work out at all. That will be a safety. And that's the first thought in your mind, running a play from the 1. If you're the defense, trap them back behind the line, get a safety, and that's exactly what they do with a good stop there.
This is one of those situations, Mike, where the defense really understands what's coming. They know the offensive point of view is to just try to give themselves a little breathing room, move it away from the goal line, and in this case, they're able to capitalize, make the tackle for loss, and it leads to the safety.
The Ravens offense starting to trot out for this next possession. They need to start making some inroads here. Down 2 scores as they begin this drive with 1st down. Jackson. That's to the right side. He's got Andrews. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a 1st down completion of 7 yards.
As a route runner, once you identify zone coverage like they were playing here, the key is find open space and stay in it. He did a nice job here because that was not a big hole. The quarterback had to put a little extra on that one, and they were able to make the completion.
And they'll pick up the 1st down, a gain of about 4.
Doing a nice job there to move the chains early in this drive, but now as they approach midfield, continue to keep your foot on the gas. Don't get conservative. Don't start sitting on the ball. Cross midfield and go. Anytime you find yourself in your opponent's side of the field, you have to be thinking points.
That's over the middle to the tight end, Andrews. And they're going to work this down inside the 45. First and 10. Again, it's Jackson. There's that man again. Another catch.
And this is where the versatility of the tight end position really starts coming into play. Not only do they have to line up with their hand on the ground, but they can occasionally split out in the slot. And man, they're too fast for linebackers, and a lot of times they're too big for defensive backs.
2nd down, Jackson. Now he'll run it.
Well, let's give credit here to the coverage unit, Mike. There was nowhere to go with the ball for that quarterback. He had no choice but to just tuck it down himself, and he's able only to pick up a short gain.
The Ravens now going to use their final timeout. The Ravens turn things over to their field goal unit. This a 48-yard attempt. He is 2 for 2. That kick is good. And the Ravens are able to put up 3 and cut into the lead.
And that's a really nice boost here before the break. I mean, you work the clock well, you're able to steal some points. The biggest thing is you're able to build a little momentum now going into the locker room at halftime.
4 seconds still to be played in this half as that one's away. From a yard deep, he's going to bring it out. And he's going to be taken down as time runs out on this first half of play. So we've reached halftime, and the visiting Browns are on top as we get you down to Florida. Orlando specifically. It's where the coach is. Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. And he'll be brought down right around the 25-yard line. The Ravens offense ready to get going again. They'll have it first in this third quarter. And the safety certainly helped They get a chance to get back into this one if they can put together a drive. They'll start it 1st and 10. From the shotgun, here's Jackson. There's a short one caught by Andrews. And he's going to be taken down at the 37.
Whatever they've talked about in the locker room at the halftime break seems to have worked. They've come out with a new established energy. You could see it when they took the field. Now this offense seems to be building on it because with that chunk play, just a little bit of rhythm that they can build off of. They got a long way to go to get back into this game, but so far off to a good start.
Into space at the 45. He's taken down, but just shy of midfield. A couple of first downs, and the football's out to the 48-yard line as they come up 1st and 10. In motion comes Andrews. On play action, here's Jackson. That's downfield, and he's got Andrews, his tight end. That one good for 26 yards.
We spent so much time talking about arm strength, and while that certainly has a place in the conversation, look at the touch of this ball, Mike. It's a deep corner route. This ball needs to have the right pace, the right trajectory to not only get it over the second-level defenders, but get that ball down into the hands of his target. He makes it look a lot easier than it actually is.
Throw to the right flat. It is caught.
Really well done here by the defense, Mike, executing this zone defense, and they've got to be able to pattern read. You're not just going to drop back to a spot and just play like a robot. Based on what the receivers do off the line, the defenders have different rules of where their zones move to. Well, they had that one dialed in right from the jump, and they were able to stop that play really before it got started.
Jackson now on 2nd down. This offensive line just has no answers right now. It's another sack.
If they win this game, this pass rush is going to be a big reason why. The 5 sacks speak for itself, but their ability to disrupt the timing of this offense, that can't be overstated.
Work to do following the sack. It is 3rd and long. Jackson looking to throw. Trying to set up the screen, but it is not there. He just had to spike it. It's incomplete, and it'll bring up 4th down.
You can't fault the quarterback on this one, Mike. He really didn't even have much of an opportunity. By the time he hit the top of his drop and got his eyes downfield, the defense was all over him, and he really had no choice but to just get that ball out of his hand and live to play another snap.
And this one's going to land out of bounds as they'll mark it inside the 20. The Browns offense trotting back out for their first involvement of this second half. They'll begin with 1st and 10. They'll open this drive on the ground with 4. What more could you ask for on 1st down? Nice run of 8, setting up 2nd and short. Njoku, the tight end, is the one in motion. Off play action. He'll set up to throw. And he got rid of that one quickly before the receiver even knew what was going on. That's incomplete.
And up until this point, this has been an incredibly efficient game from this quarterback. I mean, it's hard to think. Here we are in the second half, and that's only his 2nd incomplete pass. So finally, defense is able to do something to disrupt his timing and finally try to get him out of this groove.
Backs to the open man. It's Tillman. And he's going to have the 1st down. So they convert on 3rd down with a pickup of 9.
Outbreaking routes, Mike, especially outside of the numbers, everything is about the timing. If you're late with the throw, You're going to be watching that defensive back take that thing the other way for 6.
Njoku, the tight end, is the one in motion. Throwing now on 1st and 10. That's caught over the middle. He's hit after the catch, and the ball comes free. One of the Ravens has it. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. Jackson now. He's going to air this one out. Looking for Hill.
Pretty unforgettable performance so far in the first half, Mike, and they're going to try to figure this out here in the second half and try to gain some momentum. Figure out what's going to work, where are our matchups, and let's go try to put a drive together and get some points, because so far this has been a struggle, and they just cannot get anything going through the air.
In motion comes Andrews. On 2nd down, Jackson again. Yeah! He's into space past the 25. And he's in! Zay Flowers! Touchdown, Baltimore. What a job to finish the play with a touchdown. The catch and carry, and the carry part, Greg, that was the most impressive there.
Well, you said it, Mike. The catch was nice, but it's what can you do after the catch that really separates guys in this league. And in this case, he did plenty because it ended up in a touchdown.
The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. Johnson now to return. Nice job on the return. He's down close to the 35-yard line. The Browns offense ready to see what they can do with this next possession. They work with a 6-point advantage as they start this drive on 1st and 10. Back to throw here to begin the drive. Open man, and that's Tillman.
Nice job here by the defense. Did a good job just covering up everything for the most part. So once this ball was caught, really didn't have much of a choice but to just head out of bounds and pick up a modest gain.
They'll come up here on 2nd down and 5. Now they'll set up to throw. A very quick throw there, but not on the same page with his target. That's incomplete. Deontay Johnson, the intended target there. 3rd down coming up.
He just rushed that decision just a little bit downfield. I mean, it's one thing to trust your guy to make a play in tight coverage, but I think if he was a little bit more patient in his progression, there was an easier throw out there that wouldn't make him have to throw such a tight window ball and put his receiver in a tight spot.
Well, they hook up again, 2nd time on this drive, and this one's good for 18 yards and a 1st down.
Well, so far here today, putting points on the board certainly hasn't been a problem, and plays like that are why. Think about it, Mike. Sometimes you just have to take what the defense gives you and not force something that's not there, and that mid-range pass results in a fresh set of downs.
That's over the middle and caught by Judy. And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line.
This is clinic tape for any young wide receiver out there watching this guy run routes. He has the defender thinking everything is a go ball. Attack him vertically, and then when you get to your route depth, you stick that foot in the ground, you break in, balls on time, results in a nice 1st down pick.
And the next one there on 1st down, getting 8, setting up 2nd and 2. Again, it's 4. And he'll have enough to move the chains. He'll take this forward for about 3 yards. They're at the 17-yard line now for 1st and 10. They bring Judy in motion. Back to throw. This throw left is complete with Judy. And the Browns are going to have a 1st and goal. Very nearly a touchdown. He's going to be marked out of bounds just shy of the pylon. Second time they've connected on the drive, and this one goes for 17 yards. From the 1-yard line, 1st down and goal. Here's a run. Good blocking, and he's in. Touchdown, Cleveland. A lot of big bodies down there, but at the end of the day, the one that mattered, the one with the ball, finds the end zone for the touchdown.
Yeah, once that back gets the ball, Mike, he's just looking for a little crack of daylight, and he's thinking, I'm going to run into it and just hope I come out the other side. And in this case, the other side's the end zone, and they get 6.
And he'll get into the end zone, doing it on his own. Successful 2-point conversion. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. Here comes Hill on the return. And a decent return there. He'll get this up just shy of the 30. So here's the Baltimore offense getting set for their next drive. They'll try to establish some tempo as they start this one with 1st and 10. In motion comes Andrews. On 1st down, they'll start the drive with Henry. He'll it forward for maybe a yard. Deshaun Jenkins this time on the stop. Here's 2nd and 9. In motion comes Andrews. From the gun, Jackson. Who else? Another catch for his favorite target. Now a 3rd and 2. In motion comes Andrews. Jackson on 3rd and 2. He's got his tight end. That's Andrews. And he will have the 1st down. The drive will continue after a pickup of 8.
This pitch and catch may have looked routine, but I promise you, Mike, these types of anticipatory throws, especially outside the numbers, they don't occur without countless reps, oftentimes when nobody's even watching.
In motion comes Andrews. On 1st and 10, Jackson. That's caught. Derrick Henry. And he will not get away. Terrific open field tackle. Gets him down behind the line.
Just nowhere to go once he catches this ball. You see, he's doing everything in his power to make guys miss and break tackles. I think he ended up doing a little bit too much because he ends up going backwards.
Jackson up top again. Open man, that's Flowers. And they'll get about 8 out of that one, but still a little work to do now on 3rd down. To the air one more time with Jackson. That's complete. He got it to Hopkins. He's going to have the 1st down. So they convert on 3rd down with a pickup of 9.
Offensively landing a lot of on this drive, Mike, just the ability to steadily march the ball downfield and remain so efficient, both run and pass. As they continue to wear this defense out, they have to find a way to end this drive with points. Anything short of that would be a bit of a letdown.
He keeps it himself.
Initially, Mike, a really good job by the defense. Nowhere to go with the ball for this quarterback. He's forced to pull it down and turn it into a runner. Little slow reaction, and he's able to actually pick up a pretty good gain.
Jackson to the tight end, likely. And this takes him into the red zone. He's brought down inside the 20-yard line.
And if he's late with that throw, Mike, there's a really good chance a defender could have made a play on it. But he does a beautiful job. He puts the ball out in front of his shoulder, leads the receiver, and allows him to get upfield and pick up the first down.
In motion comes Andrews. Jackson now to throw on first down. He'll complete this one to Deshaun Bateman. And the Ravens are going to have a first and goal coming up. They try to finish off this drive with 6 points. So we'll take it to the other end as we are through 3. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Well, a chance to get right back in it here. First down and goal. From the shotgun, here's Jackson. To the back of the end zone. He's got it. Rashad Bateman. Touchdown, Ravens. Greg, they are pecking away at this one now. Very big touchdown. Gets them right within reach of pulling. Now remember, all scoring plays are reviewed. Tight game, tight call. They're going to take a good long look at this one. An extra point attempt to follow. He's got it. And the Ravens will cut the deficit to 7. So, things a little more interesting now. Back to a one-score game as they kick it away. The return starts from the 5. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. Now it's the Browns' turn as they get set to take over again on offense. They lead by a touchdown as this drive begins with 1st and 10. Njoku, the tight end, is the one in motion. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Gets it away quickly, and it's caught. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on first down.
Just take what the defense is giving you. When you can stay ahead of the chains and just take these easy pitch and catch throws underneath, hitch routes, quick game, now it puts you in a lot more favorable down and distances to eventually attack this defense a little bit more downfield.
They give it, and it's forward. Trying to find somewhere to move forward, but nothing going. Tackled for the loss of a yard.
You know, at this point, the defense has to sell out and stop the run. You know exactly what the offense is trying to get accomplished by keeping the ball on the ground. But now the question remains, are they willing to take some risk here and put the ball in the air on 3rd down, or do they play it safe and keep running the clock by keeping the ball on the ground?
Pressure gets there, and down he goes.
As this clock continues to tick, we're getting dangerously close here to do-or-die territory. But after that 3rd down sack, real good good chance of getting off the field. No points allowed. We'll see if their offense now can do their job because defense certainly did theirs.
Woo! And that's a nice job of getting to him, making sure that return was not going anywhere. The home team's offense getting their final instructions before heading back onto the field. They trail here by a touchdown as this drive will start with a first down. Back to throw, Jackson. That's caught right side. It's Hopkins.
This is one of those throws where you're hoping you do most of the damage after the catch, but give credit to the defense. Once that ball was caught, they were on him quickly, and there was nowhere for him to go after the catch.
Here's 2nd and 6. On play action, here's Jackson. He finds Likely, his tight end. Not able to stay in, he steps out of bounds, and that'll be a loss of a couple of yards on that one.
Well, you know, Mike, if I had to guess, I'd say that's probably not what they had in mind when they called that play, but those guys on defense, they felt like they knew what was coming from the start, and they got to him in a hurry.
In motion comes Andrews. On 3rd down, Jackson. And he's going to go down yet again. He has been under fire all game long.
And the big guys up front in the offensive line just continue to not be on the same page. And we've seen it time and time again here today. This pass rush remains one step ahead of them, and it's the quarterback who continues to pay the price.
Ravens sending the punt team out there. We forced a punt, trailing here in the 4th quarter. This kick hangs up, and the fair catch will be taken beyond the 35-yard line. The visitors' offense ready to come back out for this next possession. They'll see if they can put something together here, beginning with 1st and 10. Tillman, the man in motion. There's that man again, another catch. Here's a 2nd and 6. On the ground, this is 4. And he is going to be stuffed well behind the line of scrimmage. That play going absolutely nowhere.
Well, that 2nd down play call is not real fancy, but at this point, Mike, they are in a battle with the clock. How much time can they run off and try to protect this lead? But now it brings up a pretty interesting 3rd down. Can they keep the ball and finish this thing on offense, or are they going to have to punt it away and have their defense finish the game?
He's got his man complete to Johnson. And he'll be taken down, but they are in business inside the 30-yard line.
Everyone talks about all the physical qualities to play quarterback in the NFL, Mike, and of course that's a given, but it's really the cerebral approach to the game that separates the best from everybody else, and I think both of those things were on display there, as he did not only a great job of finding the vulnerabilities of the back end, but then once his guy was there, it was that arm talent that put the ball in the exact right spot to allow his guy to make the big play.
12 yards on that hookup. 1st down, Cleveland. Njoku, the tight end, is the one in motion. Now, faking the give. He's going to run out of time. They get to him and bring him down.
The defensive coaches, they preached all week, Mike. They have to have relentless pursuit of this quarterback when he tries to extend the play. So often it results in a great play for the offense and a big pickup. This time, because of that pursuit, it leads to a big loss.
Blitz coming, he'll throw it. And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing third down.
Even though it doesn't result in a sack, when you dial up the right pressure at the right time, like sometimes that's all it takes to lead to that incompletion. The timing is just a little off between the quarterback and his intended target, and the ball falls incomplete.
They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
Here's the quarterback doing everything in his power to extend this play, and none of his guys could get open. You got to see someone separate, work with your quarterback, go into scramble second reaction mode, and it also gives some credit to the back end doing a nice job plastering with their assignment, and he had no choice but to throw it away.
And this one, right down the middle. It's good. And that could be big. They now take a 2-score advantage.
And this is what you want. I mean, you clearly have the advantage, but you want to continue to apply pressure. Can you score every time you get the ball? They're able to do that here. They tack on 3 and extend their lead.
The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. This returnable for Wallace. Now an opening past the 30. Terrific return. He's taken down just shy of midfield. The home team's offense ready to see what they can do. The deficit is at 10, so an important drive forthcoming. Getting started with 1st and 10. On the handoff, it's Henry. And nothing on that one, back to the line of scrimmage, and that is it.
Coming off that edge, Mike, you have to quickly determine, is this a pass or is it a run? And once he realized it was a run, he's able to shed his blocker, make the play, no gain.
They'll try again here, 2nd and 10. Jackson now. This one complete to Bateman. And they're going to work this down inside the 45.
And this is a tricky part of the game for any defense. You find yourself protecting a late lead, and the age-old question is, do you remain aggressive? Do you try to just keep the ball from being thrown over your head and make everything be tackled and played in front of you? That's what every defensive coordinator struggles with, so they can't get too soft here as they try to hold on to this lead here late.
This offensive line just has no answers right now. It's another sack.
This has been a masterful game plan defensively. I mean, not only have they found their mismatches and been able to exploit them, it's led to 7 sacks so far. I mean, even when the offense seems to make an adjustment, Mike, the defense just still seems to be one step ahead of them.
Jackson now on 2nd down, and that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing 3rd down.
It's rare to see an offense that finds themselves trailing and say, well, their quarterback's been actually one of their biggest bright spots. Usually that doesn't go hand in hand, so it's a little surprising to see him miss a throw like that on a day where he's completed passes at a highly efficient rate.
He'll try and set up the screen to Hill. And he'll get a good chunk of that yardage back, but he's still well short of the 1st down.
When you throw the ball short of the sticks on 3rd down, you're relying heavily on the yards after the catch. So give credit to the defense here. Once the ball carrier had the ball, multiple guys around him, corralled him, take him down short of the sticks.
In motion comes Andrews. Now or never, they'll throw on 4th down. And that's going to be incomplete. They had to take that chance, trailing here in the 4th, but they will turn it over on downs. They'll come up 1st and 10 at the 40. The drive starts with a carry by 4. And a short pickup, too, about the 42-yard line. Here's a 2nd and 9. They'll run once more with 4. And he is not going to get away. Might have gotten a yard, but it will set up 3rd down. He'll look to throw. They'll set up the screen out wide to Johnson. Searching for some kind of seed to go forward. It's not there. They get him behind the line. 4th down coming up.
I think it's safe to assume that is not how they envisioned that 3rd down play call going. And now after going backwards, it's going to bring up 4th down.
Hunting time for the Browns. They're set to kick it away. As they try to play the field position game here, protecting a 4th quarter lead. And no return forthcoming. It's a touchback, and will come out to the 20-yard line. The home team's offense getting set to get back to work. They'll start out 1st down and 10. From the gun, Jackson. That's over the middle to the tight end, Andrews. They come up for 2nd and 2. To throw is Jackson. Open man is Bateman. He's got him. And he'll be taken down. The gain is 6, and it's a new set of downs. He picked up the 1st down. In motion comes Andrews. They'll drop to throw. That's to the right side. He's got Andrews. And he's going to be taken down, and that will take us to the 2-minute warning.
It's not the big play they were hoping for, but 1st down efficiency, staying ahead of the chains, is what every offense is trying to find, and it brings up manageable 2nd down.
To the air one more time with Jackson. Open man, that's Bateman downfield. And he'll be marked down at the 15-yard line. Two timeouts still left, but scoring quickly here, a must. It's 1st and 10. Again, it's Jackson. Open man is Hopkins. And he's close to another 1st down as he's brought down just shy of the marker. Here's 2nd down. Jackson up top again. The 2nd down throw is incomplete. They'll look to pick this up 3rd and a yard. Here's Jackson. To the end zone. It's intercepted. Picked off by Martin Emerson. The drive begins at the 20. Here's 1st and 10. 3 out of this, up to the 23. Now a timeout here by Baltimore. That's going to be their second. They get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining here in the fourth. The Ravens now going to use their final timeout. Clock stops, 46 seconds to go. Here's a 3rd and 10. Victory formation here as he's down to a knee. The home team's offense ready to get back to work. They'll do so with 1st and 10. One last shot now for Jackson. And he's going to go down yet again. He has been under fire all game long. So it's a win for the visiting Cleveland Browns. This was a game where both offenses were up and down the field, marching the ball at will, matching each other point for point. But in the end, got a few more defensive stops than their opponents did. And that was the difference in this one. So that'll just about do it for Greg Olson and our entire team. I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. So long, everybody.